and welcome. It's Sue with Everyday Artisan again, and I'm here to do a try on with the new midi skirt that I just finished, and hopefully you can see the fun little black armor beading that I did around the border. I believe I used the fitted skirt pattern, but tried not to make it the fitted skirts a little longer in the back. I think I tried to keep it fairly even around the bottom so that it would work as an underlayer to a lot of my swing skirts and dresses, because unless it's a fitted dress, it's pretty much flat across the bottom. I'm currently just wearing it with a plain corset that I made. I put this one on because, and I don't know if you can tell, it has beading on it as well. So if I ever just wanted to go super simple, plain black, I like the idea of the beading, matching the beading. The beading on this is just bugle beads down the felled seams, and then on the, I can't believe I'm going to come show you my things, on the binding, I don't know if you can see, it's got chop beads on the herringbone stitch. I think each stitch has 2 or 3 beads on it. And the beauty of an outfit like this is truly, you could just throw on any kind of thing over top. This is the black and navy no sleeve bolero in Magdalena stencil, reverse applique. So something as simple as that. And or I could do my Ezra jacket with it, or the poncho. You know what, I'm gonna put the walking cape, not poncho. I'm gonna put the walking cape on because I don't think I ever try that on. So, you know, something just as simple as this. But for the most part, I sewed this, and this has been in my work in progress pile for probably 3 years. I told y'all that. It wasn't until I took a recent class with Alabama Channon about beading that I got reinvigorated to finish it. But the idea is that it is a layer underneath other things. So let's try a few of those on. Okay, I'm guessing you can't tell much difference between this and the other one, but I'm wearing a dress that I made years ago, based on a Alabama Channon collection dress that I saw on eBay that I thought I bought, but I didn't. So I tried to recreate it. I'll link the blog post down below. But it is just 3 layers. It's got black on top. It's got a middle section that's black with black plaint with Magdalena, but then it has the navy on the bottom. So I really think having this little layer underneath gives it an extra shine. But now it's making me think I need a bolero with some kind of beading on it. But with this, I could wear that little bolero that I had on before. I could wear my navy cropped cardigan. That would, yeah, this is the navy. So the cropped cardigan and the other thing. Interesting. Okay, this could easily become a black and navy try-on video because I've got a lot of it and a little bit more coming soon that I'm going to tell you about. But what I ended up doing was putting on my single layer navy swing skirt, single layer navy tank, and put the black Ezra on top. I think, oh, that's hiked up. I think it's tricky. You kind of have to, there we go, play with it to get it all to lay flat, which isn't the greatest concept, but this organic cotton really grips itself. Okay, if I have more that I want to show for the navy and black, I'll just insert pictures. because I want to move on, because the next thing I think about is I wonder if it will go under a pencil skirt. So let's try it. I don't know. I think I'm going to say the pencil skirt is a bust. I think it's almost got a whole 10 inches of the midi sticking out. There's one other thing I could do. Hold on. Could I do this on camera? So if I hiked up the midi real high, put the pencil back where it belongs. Well, okay, it might have just been my hiking job. I need to hike a little bit more in the front, a little less in the back. I don't know. What do you think? I would have never put this together or thought to put this together. Don't hate it. Hiking it up, like right now, my waist is up to here, which my natural waist is about here, so it's not too weird, but it definitely adds some bulk through the middle. That's never anything any of us want. But I don't hate it as much as I thought I would. Maybe it's just because it's black and white, and I always love black and white. Okay, so here's something I didn't even consider trying on before I just tried it on the pencil skirt. This is a midi skirt in and of itself. And so I've got the black midi kind of pulled down a little low. This one hiked up really high. She did a lot of her early layering works were black and off-white, which I don't know. I actually kind of skipped over. I don't know if you can tell my wardrobe is somewhat colorized, probably not correctly. But I actually was kind of like going to skip over the whole off-white, light color area of the wardrobe for this try-on, because I didn't think that it would go, and or I wouldn't want to do anything with it. But if I ended up, like if it were winter, because I'm already getting hot, if I did for some reason I can't find my off-white cropped cardigan. It's probably shoved in the bottom of some bag somewhere. But if I had that, oh wait, here it is, it's falling off the back of something. So if this were a whole winter outfit, and you know I told you I was going to make something with this. Maybe, maybe not. She has a cool black thing. Like if I made a black necklace, maybe. I'm glad I decided to go to that section of the wardrobe. Well, that's what I get for pulling out scarves. I'm like, oh, well, what about these scarves? I have a lot of other scarves that might work. Or then, I'm just really trying everything now. Sorry, you're stuck with me while I'm trying stuff on. But hey, isn't that kind of the idea of the try-on video? I don't know. This has got the Magdalena and it's negative reverse applique. It's kind of got a gold paint. This wouldn't work, but I think that last scarf looked okay with it. Okay, now here's a real stretch. I finally put it on with a swing skirt, which is kind of what I intended it to go under, and I do think it goes under it the best. It's so bad that you can't, I don't know if you can see all the sparkles. Yes, I'm wearing the fingerless gloves, but because the whole outfit that initially encouraged me to make this skirt is in Alabama Studio and Design book, and she has it with the fingerless gloves. She's coming out with the charcoal fabric, which I think would make a better top than this one, because it works with the skirt. This skirt is, swing skirt is black on black. It was a poncho kit. I'll link my blog post to that below. It's got silver paint, negative reverse. Oh gosh, I think this is Anna's Garden. But I'm gonna throw on this with it, because, oh no, I can't throw that on with the gloves. It would need to be a black sleeveless bolero, which, believe it or not, something I don't have yet. All right, paisley t-shirt has the right coloring, but I don't know if I love these two designs together. I don't know. I don't hate it. This is the one I had to add a racing stripe down the side. Huh, pollen here in home. Oof. All right, here is a plain single layer pewter tank, a pewter and black swing skirt, Magdalena stencil, reverse applique. I figured it needed something black on top, which is why I added the gloves. But let's see, with the only bolero that I do have in black has the faded fabric squares as a border on the sleeve, but I don't think that would look bad with it. I could also do the black cropped cardigan. Yeah, no, that doesn't work with it. All right. I think actually I would like this with just a plain black shirt. Would I? I don't know. Okay. Don't know if you can tell, I'm kind of working my way down the wardrobe. I'm now in my collection 29 area, which is the ochre, the peacock, and the black. And I'm actually wearing a single layer ochre skirt, and I'm realizing it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit, or supposed to be 90 degrees Fahrenheit in my city today. And when you put on a double layer skirt over top of this skirt versus a single layer, you can really tell the difference. So single layer ochre skirt, just wearing a plain black t-shirt. It was an H&M t-shirt, and my cropped car coat in the tartan. But I do love the way the black at the bottom kind of pokes out. I've been wearing these boots this whole time because I feel like the black on the tan would show up better than like a black on a black. So interesting. I think finding shoes to wear with all these outfits is going to be one of my biggest challenges. Okay, I'm going to try on something really odd next, but go with me. Okay, I didn't mean for this to happen, but I was trying on the Penelope skirt as a dress. I've worn it like this once before because it's the long skirt. So this kind of made it a midi skirt. I put the black cropped cardigan over top so you couldn't really tell. I'm not a real straight across sleeveless person, but I was just trying this on and I didn't realize I hadn't taken off the ochre skirt yet. And I was like, oh, I need to make a short top in this pattern of the Penelope. It's the Tony pattern. This was actually, well, hold on. Okay, I'm trying it on with the bolero, but I don't love that. So hold on. I'm going to try it with the cardigan, which is what I told you I wore it with before. Because that hides more of the, yeah, that you can't tell. It's a skirt as well. I just love, this is the Penelope skirt from collection 29. Got it on super sale on one of her clearances. I think it's the most I've ever paid for a piece of clothing. I think I've told you all that before if you've watched. But here you can really tell that I did it straight across because the Penelope skirt is the fitted pattern. And so you can tell in the back, the midi doesn't really stick out. Where it does, let's see if maybe if I hike it up and do that, does that, no, it's still longer in the back. Not that this skirt, dress, needs any more dressing up, but it's just so cute with the little beads sticking out. So I'm coming to the conclusion, I can't really just wear something with it underneath. If I'm putting the black down there, I think it has to have something black on top. So here's my peacock on peacock swing skirt, Magdalena stencil, reverse applique. This is a fitted top, which probably is a little too tight. I haven't quite figured out if I'm ready to let it out yet. But the trick here, and I'm going to come up close, the trick here is this has a seam down the front, this has a seam down the front, the midi skirt has a seam down the front, and getting them all to line up is not easy. So yeah, if I were just wearing the blue and blue and blue, you're like, what's the point of the black? But putting something black on top makes the outfit. Okay, I swear we're almost done. I'm here to the indigo part of the wardrobe, and all that's left is the reds and the twilights, which I don't think are going to go with the black very well. So indigo, this is a midi skirt that I made kind of for the same purpose of this, to be able to poke out underneath like my long indigo jacket. So gosh, if I were really doing this, I would switch to a black corset. But for now, so wow, that's a lot sticking out. That is the indigo Ezra with a little bit of the midi dress. These are new leaves in the different shapes. There's some of the large, some of the small, on a midi skirt, single layer, because it's just the decoration is appliqued on top. But yeah, I think if I were wearing a black short sleeve with this on top, let's try it. But in the meantime, I wanted to tell you something about this shirt. I dyed this one indigo. It was an H. Hannon shirt, and it's got the boat neck. See my bra. I don't ever wear this. She's got this one that I was kind of thinking this might need to become. What do you think? Should I do something with it? Not black leaves, but darker indigo leaves. It needs something, because I don't ever wear it. And the sleeves are a little long. Maybe, yeah. It's just the fit, maybe. Yeah, I had to. Any excuse to put on the Ezra jacket. but it is kind of neat. I don't know if you can see the sparkles. I hope you can. Like I said, just brings a little extra sparkle to an already sparkly outfit. Okay, here's something really strange. Would I ever wear 3 layers of skirts? I think I've seen that in one of her outfits, but holy cow, I would be so hot if I feel like this would need a longer, hold on. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I can't believe I've got you holding on for this because this is not. So this is something I had bought a long time ago from H&M and never did anything with and never liked because it's a long tunic, but I feel like maybe if you wore the tunic length shirt, you could get away with that. Holy stars. Would that be crazy? Okay, now I'm just getting crazy. Okay. Anyway, what I'm working on. I'm almost done with adding the binding to my white crossback top, which this one I made last April and never did the binding to. I decided to leave the black. Remember that one single panel? I messed up. I put a plain panel in. I have a hole in it right here, and I'm gonna have to cut another shape and just stitch it on top of that hole. I don't know how that hole got there. And then this one will be ready for May. And then the next project is, I took a Christina's Rose stencil class. Here's Christina Rose. And I'm gonna take this old cropped cardigan that I never wear because it is black with navy on the sleeves and on the collar and this. And I always wear just the plain black one and the plain navy one, but this one kind of always gets overlooked. So what I'm gonna do, and they said in the workshop I took, they said you want it to be a 2-layer to hold on the beading. But what I'm gonna do, I cut out my little strips and I'm gonna make Christina Rose applique across here to make my navy and black collection even bigger. So maybe the next try on is a whole navy black. Have I done that yet? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for hanging with me because that was a lot. Which basically means a lovely midi with a fun armor bead border in black is going to basically go with just about anything you make. I bet I could even wear it with the red and the twilight. That's just too much for my brain to think of right now. So thanks for staying with me. And if you want to see any of these outfits up close or get any details, leave me a comment down below. If you want to see more videos, give me a like and a subscribe. And I'll be looking forward to posting a what I wore in April video at the end of the month.